those preachers in the when you're in the matatu, they preach to you, and then all of a sudden they tell you, yes, to a sadaka, right?
Yes.
Are they now true prophets or false? Yes, you have to ask yourself, why don't you preach and leave people like that? So you wanted to give God's message. We also have others at the marketplaces. I go to those places too. At the marketplaces, they start preaching there all of a sudden. At the marketplaces when you're buying things. And then they tell you, if you're not listening to me, God is not going to provide for you. They're threatening. Threatening you when you're doing something. So though if as a prophet you demand payment for your services, you are a false prophet. And then their prophecies never came to pass. I remember there's you know how today someone can call themselves prophet, and before is it 2010? The other day, 2010. You're very young, you can't understand. Is it 2010 or 2000? They had said, he had prophesied that is it 2010 or 2010? Because 2000 was still young. 2010, they said that the world is going to do what? To end. And then they sold everything, and then they stayed in a single room. Waiting. It was all over in the media. That time you were young. You were so young. You did not know. And then it did not come to pass. And now people started talking. They were saying, well, where are they? Where are those people? What will happen to those people? The prophecy never came to pass. That's a false prophet. Also, they do not speak with authority when they are challenged. When you're challenged, you challenge them with asking about the message that they are giving or the prophecy that they're prophesying. They do not, you can see the fear in them. Also, they worship many gods. They did not receive their visions from God. And they use evil force. Do you know the Bible tells us that you should not curse, right? So at the dorm, mostly you don't do this. I think girls are the ones who do this. You've lost something, yes? And then what do you tell people in the dorm? If you don't bring whatever I've lost, I know where my grandma lives. What do you mean when you say that? I will visit my grandma. Mostly because of our background where we all come from, you tell them, utakula nini? Yes. The other day it was about bees. There was something about bees. For me, everything you talk about, whether you talk about the grass, the bees, they are all false. Those are lies. All of them, they are lies. You can't do that. If people are doing that, you know the leaders of this country, the way they've squandered people's money, right? Why don't you do that to them so that we can know you're powerful? So that we can know it really works. Send bees to them. I usually tell people, yes, you're coming. We have those very prominent preachers. Some of them are coming from abroad to Kenya, right? And we are told they are healing. They heal people. And we can see people walking all of a sudden, right? On TV mostly. And those who are, and there are very many. And then I ask, you don't have even to go. You can go to the hospital and try the work there. Why don't you go to the hospital? Tell me why we don't heal from the hospital. Because the ones that we cannot trust you, that the ones that you're telling us you've healed, how do we know they were sick? But in the hospital, you see, in the hospital we are so sure. Just go to Kenyatta direct. Go to one ward. Actually, don't even need for you to heal everyone in the ward, right? Heal those who are going to believe that they are going to be healed. Just a few, even if it's one. You don't have to, just one who is going to believe. You've never asked yourself like that. Because we are told in the Bible, why I sometimes challenge that is because we are told in the Bible that even you don't have to wait for a prophet to heal someone. Even you as a believer, if you believe in God so much, you can heal a person. Do you know that? You can heal a person, right? You can heal your friend. If your character is right and you're prayerful, you can pray to your friend until they heal. You can do that if you believe in it. You don't have to go for someone abroad to come to Kenya for them to heal you. And healing happens, and even miracles happens through a lot of things. You see, God is the one who gave us the capability to be able to get the brain to make medication, and then you're healed, right? Sometimes even people take medication and they don't get healed, right? They don't get healed. But if your friend is sick, let's say in school, they have a bad stomachache, you can give them the medication, or after they get the medication from the matron, right? You can do what? You can pray for them, for the medication to do what? To work. So that God can make sure the medication works, and then they get healed. Don't just pray for a person and you tell them don't take medication. God is going to work. Why I don't believe in that is because God is the one who still gave us the brains to get the what? The medication. And we know this is right. We continue with the characteristics of false prophets. They were not prayerful, and you could not emulate their life. You could not emulate their life, and then they did not have confidence. They did not have confidence, and they gave people false hope. You cannot be getting an E here. You cannot be getting an E. Yes, overall grade. I'm talking about an overall grade. And then I keep on telling you, you will go to campus. How will that work? Even God cannot perform that miracle. That's why in the morning when you wake up and do your revision, you pray to God so that you can be able to remember the work that you've done, what? You've studied. You also pray to God. In prayer, you have to pray differently. You have to pray to God so that during the examination, you can do what? Remember. You can be able to remember. Also, false prophets did not condemn any evil. Evil done did not condemn. Yes? Do you know those parents back at home? You know your neighbor. Your neighbor can see another neighbor drinking and falling down. And they just pass them by and they are child. Let's go back to December. I won't ask. December 25th. How many of you here got drunk, tasted beer? No, you raised your hand. Why are you putting it down? I like your confidence. I like also because it's truthful. Because most of you here were not. Why did you that day, specific day, do that and the other days you don't do that? Is it because of influence? What was the excitement? The birth of Jesus Christ. During your birthday, are you excited like that? Are you usually excited like that? And you celebrate like that? You also buy new clothes. From there we go to the